What's up, guys, and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV update video for my channel. So you're probably wondering what's going on with Final Fantasy XIV, what's some of the new stuff I'd probably missed, I want to catch up on, get the down low. So this video is going to be short, it's nothing long, just going over some of the things I've accumulated over the past several days, maybe about a week's worth that I've been saving up for a decent video. So you may know about them already, you may not, but not too long ago, a new video was released. Actually two, I think, since I did my last video. This is the 14's main page, or YouTube channel. If I scroll down, they released a Levequests and party combat video today. So they show him fighting on Adamantoise and an Iron Giant, and doing a basic Levequest in a Realm Reborn. And then they show the crafting system. Crafting and gathering, actually, right down here. So if you go to their page, you can check out these videos in any language that you want. Japanese, French, German, English, you name it. So that's on their main page. And then here, again, is just the reiteration of it for the Lorestone Forums. So they go, Alpha First Look Video 7, Levequests and Party Combat. Solo guild leaves and party combat are the subject of the 7th installment in our Alpha First Look video series. Much like the quests introduced in our Quests and Combat video, Levequest objectives are displayed in the duty list, and will update automatically as you progress. The towering enemies engage our heroes in mortal combat are but a taste of the fearsome foes players can look forward to facing. And here's the video again, and it says, the battles in this video involve low-level enemies. Targeting and actions are demonstrated with the mouse, and the mouse only instead of keyboard only, for greater clarity. So they're playing on mouse and keyboard, to reiterate that. The battle system is currently undergoing significant revision, including changes to all damage algorithms and the claim system. The music played during combat is different than the music currently implemented in the alpha. And I'm not going to play the video. If you want, the link will be in my video description below, or you could just go to their main page right here, which I'm displaying for you. The reason why is because the last video I did, I don't know if it's because I played the video or what, but I got one of these little lovely, whatever you want to call this thing, on my video. So if you want to pause the video and reflect on that little doozy, you can see why I'm not in such a rush to leave another one of those suckers on my video. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you can probably see it, but yeah, disputed third-party match content bullshit. So I'm gonna skip the video this time just because I don't want to deal with another fucking headache. So yeah, that's why I'm not playing the video this time. I'm really not in the mood to do it. But anyway, on to more exciting news and less downing stuff. This is the new 3 blog posts that they posted since I've done my last video. For anyone interested. You've probably seen them already. If you haven't, I'll just go over them briefly, what they were. So Fernhalis, who's the awesome lore posting guy on the forums, who is freaking amazing. He's the Ahriman that everyone knows him as for his signature, or his little avatar. And he's doing another post, and he basically goes behind the scenes showing, like, you know, what the Square-Enix building looks like, where their offices are at. As you can see the little red arrow pointing where they're at. Here's what their offices look inside, and he's fooling around with the Tonberry, which is pretty funny. And I know he's a jokester, but he's kind of like, maybe he's like hinting to they have Tonberries planned for this game, which would be really cool, because I love the Tonberries. I think they're great and be really awesome in a Realm Reborn. So yeah, it's, you know, nothing earth-shattering new for news, but it's just a glimpse inside to see what the team's offices look like, which I think is really cool, because I like seeing what it looks like behind the scenes of the game that I play a lot. So if it's a game I'm really attached to, I like to see what goes behind making the game. Now, with that being said, here's the next one that we got. Another office image, if you will. This one is Fernhalis messing around with the team and stuff, and basically Yoshi P, you can see in front of the computer while everyone's standing around, and the rest of his team, he's basically going over, it's a new dungeon that I believe, it's been a while since I read this post, but summarizing what it is, it's a new dungeon that's in the future, and it looks like it's in Thanalan, because if you look in the background, it almost seems like it's like it's rocky brown terrain. So it leads me to believe it's a dungeon somewhere in Thanalan. But there's going to be puzzles. The big thing about this post was puzzles. And you can see if you read the last paragraph, which I will link these 3 blog posts so it's easier for you to read them as you're watching this video or after the video. But they're talking about puzzles, how they're going to be an element in certain dungeons. I don't know if they're going to be in every dungeon, but in certain dungeons, I know there will definitely be some puzzles for the players to solve. I don't know if they're going to be difficult. I don't know if they're going to be really easy. I don't know if they're going to be like mediocre. I don't know how they're going to be challenging in terms of puzzleness, but I'm a big puzzle fan. I love puzzles in games. So yeah, it's cool. And the last one, my favorite one, is the Chocobo in Black blog post. Now this one you've seen already, of the Behemoth Chocobo Armor that they have shown off. I think it was in the last... No, it was actually the one before the last. Letter from the producer live, if I remember correctly. Basically, they said was, if you go out in the wild and you slay a behemoth, somehow you can get the crafter to make its hide and horns and all that jazz into armor for the Chocobo. And you could do that with other monsters, too. I don't know if it's NMs or any monster. I don't know how it works. But I just know that that's how it works for the Behemoth armor in a nutshell. What they basically said. They could always change that, but that's what they told us. And if I scroll down here, you can actually see what it looks like rendered in 3D space. And I think it actually looks better in the 3D image than it did in the concept art. Because the concept art, I wasn't too sure about it. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or if it looked kind of silly. But after seeing it rendered in 3D, even though it's not texturized, it doesn't have color on it, it's very gray and still basic. It needs, polishing. But from just what I see, it looks really good. It looks a lot better than the concept art. The horns look a little bit longer. The armor looks a lot better in detail. The most things that people were really going on about was mostly like the little feet. The little feet where your legs go at the bottom of the Chocobo's chest. Some people weren't too sure about that. It's not really the best angle. Like, you can only see it from one certain perspective, and it's kind of hard to see it. But from what I see, it looks really good, and I really like it. And I'm a huge fan of Chocobos, and I was a huge supporter of Chocobo Armor and all this Chocobo stuff that we're getting way back at the genesis of when the forums took off. But it's really cool to see this stuff come together. So if you want to read all the stuff that he talks about, like I said, I'll link it below. But yeah, it's basically everything I have. There is one thing I want to show you before I do go. That being the bulk of what I wanted to talk about. The one thing I wanted to get to real quick. It's on the forum still, and it's right down here. It's just a little thing, but I figured I'd throw it out there anyway, just to get it out there. So Rukiri posts something that was going on in the forums a little bit, talking about the lore, which I absolutely am a huge fan of the lore of this game. I love it. So it's probably one of my favorite things about the game. So basically what she says is, thanks for all the requests about wanting to experience more of the in-game lore. For A Realm Reborn, we are looking into a system where you can read text and have... No, sorry. We're looking into a system where you can read texts that have been written about lore from within the game. However, it has not been decided yet from what form this will take or how much of it will be put in. So we expect implementation to be a bit off in the future once this is decided. So what people are talking about, the gist of this is that I read over this a little bit earlier, but they want like a library in Eorzea somewhere, which is really cool because if someone's really interested in the story, the lore, the characters, the races, the species, the worlds, the cities, the backstory, all that shit, they want a central hub where they can go to read up on this. Hence, a library, which makes sense. It fits into that type of world. These sort of worlds have this sort of stuff. So I think it would be great. Where would it be? I don't know. But some people said Ishgard, which would be great because no one knows what it looks like yet. Limbs de Lominza has the Arcanist Guild, which revolves around the scholars. They handle books. They have libraries in the Arcanist Guild. I've seen them. I don't know if I have any footage of any good angles showing them off, but they should be in a video or two of mine. But anyway, that was the gist of this post. I figured I'd bring it up. And then the guy below talks about a bestiary, which I'm also a huge supporter of. I would love a bestiary in this game. I think that'd be great. Give a lot of depth and layers and replayability to collect things. I think it would be great. Nice touch of polish to the game. But that's my opinion. So that's this update thing, whatever you want to call it, in a nutshell. Hopefully you've been informed. If you knew about this already, hopefully you got some enjoyment out of me regurgitating this. If you have any comments or suggestions or anything, just let me know. So thank you, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Catch you next time.